When Aberdeen scored the goal, Wilfried, did you worry it was going to be just another one of those days because the team had played so well and should have been out of sight?
I didn't want to think about this, but what I told my player is the big. I'm really proud of what they did, because obviously we had so many chances, and it could have been many goals, and suddenly when you against 10 men you concede a goal like this, I think that we could have been down, but they didn't do it. They kept attacking. They attack with waves, and I think that the 2 goals that we scored is the reward of the grit and the resilience that they showed, knowing the fact that obviously we lost so many games and they were able to come back and to be strong. This is something that I really enjoy to see.
Were you feeling a bit cursed at that point? Because obviously you've hit the woodwork 3 times. I mean, you had 6-7 good chances. I think 31 shots on goal today. Are you feeling that luck has gone against you this point in time?
I don't believe in luck, but since I'm here, I don't have a luck. It's true, because the when we played Earth, the way they scored the goal, after that against La Roma, we missed the PK, and after that we hit the post almost every game that we played. But again, for me, the most important is the resilience that my player had. And if you watch the first goal that we scored, we lost the ball, and after that, 3, 4, 5 players tried to win the ball back. And after that, we won the ball and we score again. And for me, this is important to see that, because this is the spirit that I want to see.
Obviously, we spoke about resilience and the character the players showed, but is it just as pleasing for you, the overall performance? Because it looked as if the players were really getting to grips with what you are asking them to do.
Yes, but to be honest, we didn't have the outcome, but like I said before, I saw a lot of improvement every game. We didn't have a full performance regarding the 95 minutes, but all the games that we had at least one really good half, and tonight obviously we had a complete half with difficult moments, because the game is dynamic, is like that. But again, I like the way we score goals, but I like also the courage that they had, and I think that they understand me when I talk about this. When I talk about personality, it's about showing in the difficult moments. And tonight, my player did it. They did it in the past. They did it 2 games ago. They did it 3 games ago, but they didn't have the outcome. So that's why this is so difficult to control that, because we should have had more wins, but no. But like I said, every time I was able to see improvement. So that's why today I'm really happy for my players.
How pleasing was it with 10 minutes to go when the crowd all got behind the team? They didn't turn on them. I mean, you've seen maybe the bad side of the pressure of being Celtic manager, but they were right with you.
No, but again, I've seen that before. I was a player before, and also, like I like to say, football is football. With the passion, with the fun, and I respect that, and I like that, because I respect so much the fan. When the game is a movie. So it's dynamic. Sometimes we have good moments, sometimes we're gonna have bad moments, and sometimes this is the relation that we have with the fans, and they want our best, and that's why for me this is important to play for them, and this is what they did, my players, because they showed personality in the difficult moment. The fan wanted to have more things, and they stay on the task and they kept going, and for me this is really important to be like that.
Will it be easier to convince the players of what you want them to do now that you have a victory?
To be honest, I saw, like I said, I like to, after each game, I watch the game, so and I take time for that, 2 or 3 hours sometimes, action by action, cycle after cycle, because I want to be really specific. I don't like to talk, I like to show things. And like I said, since the beginning, when I came here, after our first game, I showed them clips where we did really good things, but the outcome was not there. But every time I was able to show them good things, and I was able also to show them things that we need to improve. Mm-hmm. And the idea was to be coherent and to accept that we're gonna get difficult moments. 9 games in 27 days. This is so difficult. They play so much. So it's gonna be next week, the first week. with only one game. And when I came, I put my shoes in the shoes of my players. New coach, they were winning. Suddenly they lose. New methodology, new ways of doing things. It's totally normal that something like this happened. But my job was to show them what they did well, what we need to improve, and to be honest with them. And tonight, we have the outcome, but like I said before, we deserve more wins. But today was the day, so I cannot explain, but this is the situation. But I can explain because we gave everything. We gave everything. And I think that the challenge that I gave them, the last game, is we lost the game in 3 minutes, but I don't think that we gave everything during the set plays. You know, and for me, this is all this kind of fact that I like to show to my player, to see where they are and to see where we want to go.
Do you also have a clearer idea now, after 5 games, of what this team requires in the January transfer window?
Yeah, that's why I came at this moment. I could have came a little bit later, but no, with the club, we decided that it was the moment because we needed time. I needed time to assess the team and to evaluate. So if I was thinking about myself, maybe it could have been a little bit later. But the timing is the timing. So that's why I accept all the thing who happened. You know, everything. This is new for me to have 4 losses. This is new for the players to have 4 losses. But again, we have to go through that to see what we have to do and the character of the team, the personality of the team, the personality of the players, and so on and so on and so on.
In terms of recruitment, then, is the wheels turning now? In terms of bringing in players early in January, or where are you at this stage? At what point are you at just now in terms of?
No, listen, like I said, analyze the team, and after that, we see what we need. And but my first job is to analyze the players, what we have here, and after that, we'll see who we're gonna bring if we need to bring someone.